I guarantee you 2026 will be the most fantastic year of your life. Because the most unknown secret of the universe is that you are guaranteed to win everything if you try your best. People always talk about if you try your best, it's okay to fail. It doesn't matter if you fail if you tried your best. But they don't talk about the real secret of the universe. The real secret of the universe is this: if you try your best, you never fail. If you're strong, if your mind is sharp, if you're dedicating yourself, if you're focused, you're going to get rich. Is it going to happen today? No. Tomorrow? Probably not. Eventually, 100%. If you are prepared to try, if you are prepared to dedicate yourself, if you do want to learn, then the position you find yourself in, which is less than favorable financially, is guaranteed to be temporary. The universe is the most fair force on the planet. Absolutely everything you deserve in this world is given to you. You deserve exactly what you've got. And if you want more, you have to work. You have to earn it, and it will be given to you. Believe in the work and stop being concerned about when it's going to come. Instead, be concerned about what work you can do today. There's no such thing as easy money. There's money you work for. I can show you where the gold mine is, and I can give you a pickaxe, but you have to dig. If you're not going to dig, don't go. Stay at the top and never have a chance of finding gold. Believe that one day gold's going to just fall on your lap. You're going to find it by accident. By next year, I'll be rich. I don't have to work. It's just going to happen. Let's see, shall we? Or you can get rid of your childish infantile dreams. Pick up a Candahi axe. Prepared to do whatever it takes. Choice is yours. I can't give you easy answers. I only have the hard answers. And the hard answer is for you to knuckle down. Stop ardoing, praying for an economic miracle. Get your act together and start working all day, every day, until you finally have enough for you to no longer have to be forced to live an experience you don't enjoy anymore. And we're going to talk again exactly a year from now to see what you've achieved. People message us, "Oh, I've had a hard year. What do you want us to feel sorry for you?" We don't feel sorry for you. You had opportunities. All of us are given the same opportunities. View the world this way. Everybody is given the same amount of chances all of the time. And the people who are very successful are people who act on those chances. People who are prepared. You have had the same number of chances as all of the people more successful than you. And you simply didn't act on them. I refuse to believe you haven't had opportunities. You've had opportunities. You could have paid more attention. You could have worked harder. Could have had sheer infatigability to make sure, when an opportunity was identified, that it was wrung of every single piece of value. You could grab it like a wet rag and squeeze every single piece of value out of the negative or positive circumstance you found yourself in. I don't believe anybody who's struggling didn't have chances. I believe they didn't act. And the reason this is such an important mindset is because it puts all of the burden on you. It is down to you to act. It is not down to you to wait and hope for an opportunity to come that is so easy that you're going to walk down the street and find a winning lottery ticket. No. When someone gives you a chance, when someone shows an opportunity, when you have an idea, that is your time to finally act and do something. If you refuse to act, you will never escape. So, anyone who's saying they struggled this year, I believe that you had the opportunities. You didn't act how you should. And when the burden of proof is on you, you must now then sit and say, well, what lesson can I learn? A percentage of you are going to live the best life you've ever lived. Percentage of you are going to escape and find financial freedom, and along with it, the freedom to speak your mind. Because you're no longer controlled by the matrix. But a percentage of you are going to stay stuck exactly where you are. Not because you have less chances than the people who escape, because you refuse to act on the chances which are given to you. You are sitting here right now watching a stream. We're going to give you advice, and you can either act on that advice and change your life, or you can refuse to act and then sit and message us again on the next new year and say, it was a hard year, I'm struggling. Of course, you're struggling because you're refusing to work and you're refusing to act. If you were to tell me your best story from this last year, not only would I not be entertained, I would likely be offended. Did you go to a club? Did you go party? Did you go on holiday? Whoa, crazy. You've wasted another year and God knows it. If I just sit and wait long enough, God will give me what I want. No, He won't, because you're on the naughty list. And if you're truly hoping for an exceptional life, that means both sides of the spectrum. Do not be the kind of person who says, I want an exceptional life. I want to drive on Bugattis. I want to have a Lamborghini. I want to have a bunch of beautiful women. I want to have a bunch of kids. I want to have a mansion. I want to fly on private jets. I want an exceptional life. But then be afraid of the negatives that come with exceptionality, because there's no light without dark. You have to be prepared for both sides of the coin. And the only way to avoid both sides of the coin is to stay in the middle and wait for your certain destruction. So if you want an exceptional life, that comes with good and bad. And the people who are hyper-competitive, hyper-effective, those are people who are good at doing both. God is the best of planners. Every single time He puts you through something difficult, if your mind is prepared, if you are ready to learn lessons and adapt, you're going to become a more formidable competitor. And that's extremely important. You have to love the war. You're only going to be good at fighting if you enjoy the battle. You have to be the kind of person who smiles every time he gets shot. I want exceptional life, exceptionally good, exceptionally bad. I refuse to be invisible. And you must feel that pain deep inside of your heart to understand that nobody cares about you. And they shouldn't. That's not their fault. That is your fault. I assure you, in your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s, when you still don't matter, when nobody cares about you, you will be mad that you didn't use all of your masculine essence, all of your youthful power, trying to escape. You can walk into the diamond mine and scoop up the diamonds because most people are too lazy to walk in. If you are watching this, if you are prepared to dedicate yourself, if you're prepared to pay attention, if you're prepared to try, you are going to win, because most people never do. And once you get to the top, you're going to understand it was Doble. And the people crying and lamenting that their life sucks at the bottom to a degree deserve it, because they didn't try when everyone who's up here did try. This is why people at the bottom were like, oh, the rich don't help the poor. The rich try and help the poor, but you can't help people who won't help themselves. I make all of this clear to people. And I say that money is a competency test. You simply need to want it. If you want it, you're going to get it. If you want to get rich, I absolutely guarantee you, you will get rich. You have the entire world at your fingertips, and you're still not motivated, and you still don't care enough, and you're still not prepared to try something new. If I meet somebody who's like, I was at a festival last week, I will instantly end the conversation. I just feel disgusted. People pay money to go there, and they're going to sit there screaming for somebody who doesn't even know they exist. And you're going to go there and take drugs and jump up and down and listen to the song you can listen to on YouTube for free. Just look at these people screaming, jumping up and down, looking at an artist they've already heard the song from 50,000 times, idolizing this person like they're Jesus, and they can't even pay their own bills. You are allowing yourself to be distracted with bread and circus garbage as your actual life, and the things that matter crumble around you. And the only thing stopping you from dedicating yourself, from being a multi-millionaire, from being monumentally successful, is the fact that you say you lack motivation. You are being betrayed by your own brain. I strongly recommend that you fix it. Stop praying to be saved. No one is going to rescue you. Absolutely everything as a man is your responsibility. It's your responsibility to become your best and brightest version of yourself. And you're not going to do that simply by talking it into existence. You need to go out there and do things which are genuinely difficult, genuinely stressful, so you can become the man you want to be. You have to wake up and go, you know what? I'm responsible for my health and I'm responsible for my finances, and I'm responsible for my family, and I'm responsible for my work ethic, and I'm responsible for my motivation, and I'm going to win. That's all you have to do to be monumentally wealthy. And the reason it is so easy is because most people can't do that. Life as a man is so brutally simple. You wake up and you blame yourself for everything. You look in the mirror and you say, all of this hate is my fault. So how do I get it fixed? You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? Can you get stronger in handling life situations? Of course. But you got to go to work on yourself. You can't blame out there wishing it was easier. Wish you were stronger. Nobody gives a darn thing about you. You have to give a darn thing about yourself. It is down to you and you alone, because nobody else is waking up each day thinking of how they can get you to have more money and you to have a nicer life. They're too busy worried about themselves. You say to a broke person, do you want to be rich? Oh, I'd love to be rich. Okay, there's your wish. What's your plan? One day when my ship comes in or I'll win the lottery, then they just start talking about luck. So everybody wishes, but nobody has a plan. And then their plan is luck. You know why people love luck? Because it ain't going to work. So I ask you, do you want to be rich? And you say, yes, I do. I say, what is your plan to become rich? You say, I don't know. Then the chance is now 0. If you truly want to become rich like you said you did, then you would have a plan to make it happen. You must be in a mind state where you understand that things must be planned for and prepared for. A dream and a plan are different things. When's the last time something fantastic has ever happened on accident? Losers, beta males, if I ever am unfortunate enough to interact with these people, they will sit and say, you have all those things, and you're more important than me, and you're more well-known than me yet, but I'm happy. I don't give a hada. Peen history books were never written about the happiest man. They wrote about the strongest man. They wrote about the bravest men. Never did they write an entry. Robert Smile Long. He was known for being happy. He achieved nothing, but he was happy. These are not our historical figures. They are not our lore. Nobody gives a about the happy people. Nobody cares how happy you are. It is not a virtue. So the single biggest mistake you can make to keep you weak is to be concerned about being happy. So I don't wake up and think, how do I feel happy? I wake up and say, how can I be proud of myself? How can I do things that make other people respect me and are proud of me? How do I live a life so my children look at me and go, Dad's a superhero? How do I make my mother call me and say, I couldn't possibly be more proud of you? Tell me something in the last 48 hours you've done that's worthy of pride. You shouldn't wake up and say, how happy am I today? How does that affect how I act? The most successful people on earth don't only do things because they feel happy about doing them. In my experience of life, there's only one way to deal with anything. Doesn't matter if you're heartbroken, doesn't matter if you're sad, doesn't matter if your bank balance is low, doesn't matter what it is. The answer to everything is always the same: hard work. So when I see people who don't have what they want, I consider them losers. Because if you actually wanted it and you actually tried, you'd have it. If you're sitting there saying, oh, but I tried my best and I still didn't get it, you're lying. You didn't try your best. The universe gives it to everybody who genuinely tries. Hey man, just unlucky. You are not unlucky. You are a lazy thing loser. That sets you are not unlucky. You are breathing. The unlucky ones are gone. I've never in my life seen anyone who to get something not get it. People think it's difficult out here. I disagree. I've never seen someone wake up and say, nah, this is all I care about. This is all I want. Not get it. Everyone who thought that way in fighting was a world champion. Everyone who thought that way about money was rich. Bro, I've seen people with no credit score and no job determined to get an R8 manage to get one on finance somehow. I've seen it. If it's all you want, you're going to get it. You haven't worked on anything. You haven't dedicated yourself to anything. Why? You can't. You ain't found the time to go to the gym. Why? Oh, I just don't feel like it. Well, you're a hada queen. You're a piece of a da. A p, it's ungrateful to the universe. It's ungrateful to God himself to waste what he gives you. What makes God like you? God likes you when you try. There's nothing that's going to piss God off more than wasting what he hada gives you. God gave you a consciousness. He gave you a body. He gave you a mind. And you're not even using it. You're not using it to be the best version of yourself. You're not using it to get as rich and powerful as possible. You're not using it to protect those you love. You're not using it for anything. And you expect God to make you lucky. You make your own luck by dedicating yourself to the universe. You'd be amazed how if you just do work, how amazing things happen. When I was broke, I thought that the world was broke. And then I got rich and realized I was completely, utterly wrong. I saw my parents struggle to pay the bills. And I saw my friends struggle to pay the bills. And I saw everyone around me unable to eat. And then I saw certain people with 500,000 cars. And I understood there must be a different version of reality. There has to be a different world. This world I'm in, everyone's poor. This is garbage. That world, I can see people live in a reality that I can't even fathom. I couldn't even imagine having $500,000 for a car. There's so much money. It's everywhere. If I go to try and buy a plane or a jet, they're always sold out. You can't get this stuff. There is so much money out there. Once you get to a certain echelon, you realize there's money dafi everywhere. So there's plenty of money in the world. People with no money are just not very good at taking it. So you need to start paying attention. They want to live all the different versions. We only live once. They want to try all the different versions of reality. Your primary reason to get rich shouldn't be to get stuff. It should be to take care of the people you love and to experience a new version of life. For the same reason you want to go traveling and try some new food. Try a new life where you're noting broke. You don't have motivation to change the game before you expire. Do you have any idea how great it feels to wake up rich? It's a great feeling. You know, the first time you do anything, you're going to suck at it. And that's where most people quit. But if you continue to try it over and over again, you will get better. That's the guarantee. Every time you try something repeatedly, you get better at it. Guaranteed. So when you know that, how can you struggle to find the motivation or the discipline to try at something? Because you know for a fact you're going to get better. If you train, you're going to get stronger. If you want to learn how to make money, you dedicate yourself. You keep doing what you're supposed to do, and you'll get better at making money. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Get paid, get paid, get paid. It is a guarantee that if you continue to try something, you'll improve. So imagine how short-sighted you must be to understand that guaranteed results come from applied effort and still not finding the gumption to apply yourself. The universe has promised you endless riches. The universe itself is promising you everything you have ever desired if you continue to try. If you still can't force yourself to try, then you deserve to lose. That is why it is so important that you never quit, that you never give up, that you put 100% effort into everything and you see it through to the end. Promise yourself. You'll read the books until your skills change. You'll go to seminars until you get a handle on it. You'll listen to it until it makes sense. You'll practice it until you develop the skill. Never give up until however long that is, step by step, piece by piece, go for it. Don't miss the chance to grow. It's not over until the wind blows to you. It's not over at humiliation. It's not done at heartbreak. It's not finished at bankruptcy. The race is not decided at exhaustion. It is decided at obsession. And I need you to understand that victory delayed is still alive. Hope tested is still breathing. And a comeback begun is already dangerous. Don't let the enemy fool you into thinking a pause was a coffin. It was a crouch, a spring, a bow being pulled back before the arrow deletes resistance. Because you don't fight for applause. You fight for dominion. You don't struggle to be seen. You struggle to be remembered. You don't grind to fit in the world. You grind to replace the world's expectations of you. Keep going. Even if it's ugly, keep fighting. Even if it's lonely, keep pushing even when it feels impossible. Because impossible has a breaking point and relentless doesn't. It's not over until you win. So act like someone who can't be finished. Speak like someone who can't be silenced. Walk like a man whose story refuses a tragic ending. You don't pray for the open door. You sprint until the door panics and opens itself. It's not over until you win. Period. So fight again and again and again until the wind has no choice but to be yours.